Alright people, so I guess a monumental video here. I've only done one of these, one 50 reasons video in the past. 50 reasons why WWE sucks dick. I did that a few months ago, I believe. But now we have 50 reasons why WWE is illogical, or 50 ways they're illogical right here. So yeah, I mean, I could probably make 550 reasons why. But I mean, this is just 50 right here. So let's get to it. Number one, the Big Show and the ironclad contract. Yeah, they gave the Big Show, you got an ironclad contract for the rest of your career. You can do whatever you want. But then they fucking fire the Big Show. I believe they fired him, and obviously he can't do whatever he wants right now. Yeah, didn't they fire him a year after that happened, I believe. And now look at what they're doing now. He obviously can't do whatever he wants. Number two, this happened a long time ago. I remember with the Authority, they were telling Orton, oh, you got to be sadistic, you got to do this and that. And then when Orton was sadistic, this was back in 2000, late 2013, late 2013 probably. And then when he was sadistic, they would punish him for it. Just made no sense. Number three, El Torito beating up people. A midget bull beating up people is retarded as fuck. 4, celebrities beating up people. Again, non-wrestlers beating up wrestlers is also retarded as fuck. A celebrity should not be beating up wrestlers. Number 5, I remember this happened. I believe it was Extreme Rules 2014 in that steel cage match. Cena versus Wyatt. Cena was pushing on the steel door with Rowan and Harper on the other end. And Cena was actually pushing it and winning the pushing contest, even though it was a 2-on-1. Totally unrealistic. Number 6. This happened, I believe, with Big Show, and I believe it was Del Rio, I want to say. Big Show, I believe, was being attacked, and then he just randomly opens a car door, and then somebody just leaves their keys in the ignition, or leaves their keys in the car. Who the fuck leaves their keys in the car? I remember that happened. It made no sense at all. I believe it was on SmackDown. Number 7. When Vince said he doesn't listen to his critics, you have to listen to your critics. If you're a company, you have to listen to the complaints. That's how you make your business better. Number 8. Making fun of people who bash the company. I'm a person right here who was ridiculed by Road Dogg for saying the company is shit. Oh, you're a little internet wrestling fan, aren't you? Yeah, keep joking, Road Dogg, while your company continues to go down into the shitter. Number 9. When Triple H said on that podcast, it's hard to find a guy. He said something like this. He's like, it's hard to find a top guy who everybody likes. When Daniel Bryan, obviously everybody likes Daniel Bryan. So, a totally illogical statement right there. I mean, Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, those are all guys everybody liked. 10, going PG. Wrestling's not for kids. And you never see a show that's TV 14 switch ratings. It just never happens. And by the ratings of Raw, it hasn't done well, because ratings right now are at an all-time low since the Attitude Era. Number 11, Cena and Reigns being top guys even though they're booed. Your top guys should not get booed. If you're trying to make them popular and everybody like them, then it's not good if they're getting booed all the time, and that should not happen. It should not be 50-50. Alright? Number 12, that Khali flute thing with Fandango, or with Santino, the charming of the Cobra or whatever. Just total bullshit right there. It was so stupid. Number 13, Mae Young giving birth to a hand. Again, totally illogical. 14, Khali in general being in the company. I mean, why have a guy who can barely walk, who can't even walk right in the company? I'm talking about when they had him in the company. Obviously he's gone, but it's totally stupid to have a guy who can't even walk right. It's so gumpy to have him in the company. Number 15, getting rid of the World Heavyweight Championship. I saw the business You know, they were adding more shows. They added an hour to Raw. They added main event. So why did you downgrade the amount of championships you have? If you have a show that has hours upon hours of television per week, you have to have at least 2 main belts, in my opinion. And now, since there's only 1 main belt, that doesn't, you know, if there was 2 main belts, that would leave more room for more top stars to flourish. And again, you need more fucking feuds because you've added more time to your show, so why are you getting rid of a belt? Number 16, not updating us on things like the CM Punk controversy. Like when CM Punk left, we have a right to know, or we deserve to know what's going on with this. And Vince McMahon and WWE hardly even updated us on what was going on. I mean, can you at least let us know about it? You know, it's like when something happens in this company that they don't even tell us. They don't even, you know, it's like they don't even care. Number 17, El Torito getting his tail ripped off, and then they're acting like, oh, he's good. You know, remember he got his tail ripped off, and he's like grabbing his ass, like, oh, it hurt. Totally illogical. Number 18, having jobbers beating top guys and then doing nothing with them. Heath Slater beat Dolph Ziggler, and then Seth Rollins too. What they do with him? Nothing. Cesaro beat Orton. What they do with him? Nothing. He beat Orton when he was champion too. Kofi Kingston beat Orton when he was champion. What they do with him? Nothing. Ziggler beat the Authority. What did they do with him? Nothing. Do I have to continue? And it's like when you beat a top guy, that should mean you're going to get pushed. They should use that to push the person. Why beat a top guy then become a jobber? That just fucking doesn't make any sense at all. And it devalues the guy who you beat as well. Not pushing guys who most people like Daniel Bryan. Why not push him? Why not give him a championship right now? Why not give him a main event spot if he's getting the loudest reactions by far? You should do what the crowd wants. Give the guy the top spot, or one of the top spots, who's getting the most cheers. And right now that's Daniel Bryan. 20. Saying Sting on Raw was one of the greatest moments in Raw history. I think it's totally stupid to say that Sting appearing with Orton on Raw to beat up the Authority is one of the greatest moments on Raw history. There was nothing really special about it, I didn't think. Well, maybe you could argue it was special. But one of the greatest moments? No. Not at all. I mean, it was pretty predictable, too. I mean, the crowd was chanting Sting. No, I don't think it was one of the greatest moments ever. Far from it. 21. Raw going 3 hours. You know, 2 hours of shit is bad enough. Now we have to suffer through 3. Even if it is good, it's still 3 hours is too long to sit through a fucking show. And especially when you have like 2 hours of SmackDown, an hour of main event, all these other fucking shows. Raw should not be 3 hours. 22. Roman saying yes to face Bryan or Rollins. Remember, they're like, oh, Roman, you could choose, you know, to face either Bryan or Rollins for, you know, for your spot at Mania. Now, why would you do that? That's like a sports team won their fucking conference finals to get into the World Series or whatever, and then the commissioner comes, oh, well, this team wants to face you, you know, for your spot at the World Series. Do you want to face them? Obviously, that wouldn't happen. It's illogical. And that brings me to number 23, when Cena said yes to facing Punk before WrestleMania 29 for his top spot. Why would you even put your top spot on the line? It just makes no sense. 24. I remember when Orton at TLC 2013 was put through a table by Cena and then got up in like 30 seconds to prevent Cena from getting the belt. It looked illogical, it looked stupid, and it looked dumb. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I do. Go look it up if you don't believe me. 25. Gimmicks like the New Day, Matadors, Fandango. I could probably go on with more. But seriously, I mean, the Matadors, horrible gimmick. New Day, fucking singing like retards, horrible gimmick. Fandango, just dancing like a goofball, horrible gimmick. 26. Bryan not a top guy. I kind of already talked about this, but I mean, and I'm going to substitute it actually. I'm going to say that bringing up new guys on the roster and not pushing them, because I kind of thought of that when I was talking about number 25. Yeah, so 26 is bringing up guys from NXT and then not pushing them. Like they give all, they make the Ascension tag champs forever in NXT. Bo Dallas, NXT champion. Who else is there? From NXT. I mean, like Bo Dallas. They bring him up, and he's not even on TV. What the fuck is up with that? Fandango. They bring him. I believe he was in NXT. They bring him up. He's fucking a failure. And again, the Ascension. They bring him up, and they're fucking not on TV anymore. They give these guys top spots in NXT, then they come up and they're total shits. They're not on TV even. 27. Saying Reigns is being booed because of Bryan. Totally, they're like, oh, Reigns got a lot of boos at the Rumble because Bryan was eliminated. No, if you watch fucking SmackDown, you would see when Ziggler beat Bryan, they were actually cheering for fucking Ziggler because Ziggler is good. It's not because of Bryan. It's because of Reigns, who fucking sucks. All right. If it was somebody good who beat Bryan, then the crowd would not be upset. If it was a Ziggler, fucking Seth Rollins, the crowd would not be upset. All right. It's because Reigns fucking sucks that the crowd was upset. 28. Lesnar not being there on Raw with the belt. The champion should be there every week, period. Unless it's for a storyline purpose. Or, I've listed a few reasons, maybe a death in the family. Or, I don't know. But, an excuse isn't, oh, I'm on my couch. It's just stupid. You should not have a top guy who's, or a champion who's not there every week, let alone fucking like 3 straight months he wasn't even there. Like, your champion should not return, like, Brock Lesnar returns to F5 Chris Jericho. That should not happen. He should not be on a 3-month break. 29. I remember this when Eva Marie beat AJ Lee, I believe it was, the Divas champion. Eva Marie is a piece of shit. She does not deserve to beat the Divas champion. She probably doesn't even deserve to beat anybody. Not even El Torito. But Eva Marie doesn't deserve jack shit in this company, and it was stupid how she beat the Divas champion. Number 30. Remember that Natalia farting gimmick? Yeah, it was dumb. 31. The cheers on SmackDown, the sound effects edited in. It's so stupid how they edit in sound effects. You could tell they do it. It's stupid, and it should be stopped. And it's an illogical thing to do to try to manipulate your viewers. 32, keeping old guys around and putting them in the main event like Big Show and Kane. The main event should have younger guys in it like Rollins, Ambrose, people like that. Not fucking Big Show, 40-some-year-old Big Show, big shit, and fucking Kane. Fucking like 45 years old is Kane, I believe. They shouldn't be in the main event. Number 33, Sandow not breaking away from Miz. Sandow is more popular than Miz. Sandow is being slapped by Miz, abused by Miz. Why wouldn't he just break away right now? I know they're probably saving it for WrestleMania, but it kind of doesn't make sense how Sandow is just staying with Miz for so long. Why would you be somebody's bitch like that? 34, not mentioning Punk. They're giving Punk this Chris Benoit treatment. And they don't, we're not going to show Chris Benoit because supposedly he murdered his family, so we're not going to show him. That's their excuse for not mentioning his name. But CM Punk, he walked out on the company. It's not like he murdered somebody. Does it really matter? We all know he left. Why are you fucking acting like you can't even say fucking CM Punk's name? Can't even say his name. It's like a fucking swear word. It's like the word fuck. You can't say it. It's ridiculous. Number 35. The Lesnar and Reigns ending on Raw with the tug-of-war champion with a championship belt. Horrible ending. A horrible build to Mania. No promo between the two. No brawl in between the two. Just a fucking horrible tug-of-war bullshit. 37. Ryback and Curtis Axel being Paul Heyman guys. Being a Paul Heyman guy should mean that should be a very prestigious spot. But instead, jobbers and like Ryback and Curtis Axel get those spots. Bullshit. Curtis Axel and Ryback should not be Paul Heyman guys, alright? That's bullshit. It totally, it devalues Paul Heyman and what it means to be a Paul Heyman guy. 38. I actually missed one here. 36. I was going to talk about Cesaro and Heyman. Cesaro and Heyman, they were on track to, become this great thing after Cesaro won the Battle Royal. And fucking, they dropped the ball. I mean, everybody, people were liking Cesaro. People loved Heyman. I did. And then they were a great pair together. And they just fucked it up. They fucked it up. They had a chance to be a great fucking team together. And what did they do? They didn't do anything. They had potential to make money, create excitement. But instead, they didn't do jack shit with it. So I did. Then 37 was the Ryback and Curtis Axel being Paul Heyman guys. 38. Giving chances to people who they don't like. I mean, if the authority doesn't like Daniel Bryan, then why would they give him chances in the first place? If they don't like Dolph Ziggler or whoever, why would they even give him chances in the first place? Why would they even give him the chance of winning a belt? It just doesn't really make any sense. Like, why would you do Rollins versus Bryan to face Reigns? Why wouldn't you just put Rollins versus Reigns right in there? Why would you even give Bryan the chance? It kind of just doesn't make sense to me. Number where was I? 39. Implying it's a good thing that Cena gets a mixed reaction. When Cena comes out, they're like, oh, here comes John Cena, always eliciting response from everybody. That's not good if people are booing you. You could say the same thing about Adolf Hitler. Oh, well, a lot of people react to what he did. That means he's good. It's good. He's getting a response. No. If you're getting a negative response, that's not fucking... Can people get that through their goddamn heads? That just because people are talking about you does not mean it's good? Do people know that not everything is positive? Why is that good if people hate John Cena? How is that a good thing? Can somebody explain to me how it's a good fucking thing that half the crowd hates John Cena and thinks he's boring and stupid and PG? How is that good? That's not good. That's bad. That's bad. It would be one thing if it was like legitimate heat, like if they're trying to do a tweener character, like half face, half heel, but they're not trying to do that. They're trying to push his baby face down our throats and make everybody like him, and they've totally failed because Cena sucks. Number 40, giving guys like Batista top spots. Now I see all these legends coming back, all these old guys coming back like Batista, and they just put them right in the main event like that. I'm a believer in you have to earn your top spot. So when you come back, you should not just be given a top spot right away. Like I think you should. You might argue, well, like a guy like Undertaker, you can't really prep him before the fucking WrestleMania match. Well, have him wrestle a little bit untelevised, make sure he's in good shape at least. I mean, they obviously didn't do that with Batista because he fucking sucked when he came back. He couldn't even fucking do basic moves right, and they put him in the fucking title match. See, that's something that could have been totally avoided right there. Totally fucking avoided. But instead, they just, top guy comes back, boom, main event. No, that's not how you should do it. People might be like, oh, it's going to make money. It's going to make money. Not in the long run, it's not. Because if you keep doing that, people aren't going to be happy and they're going to not watch the product anymore. Number 41, announcing the returns of guys like Batista and Bryan. Now, why wouldn't you make Batista a surprise return in the Rumble? Why wouldn't you make Bryan a surprise return in the Rumble? It's like they should do more of these surprise returns instead of announcing them. The surprise returns are so much more better and exciting than announced. Number 42, no Undertaker on Raw. I've explained this before. You have to have fucking both people there to promote a match, especially a match of this caliber. You can't rely on Bray Wyatt alone cutting like 5-10 minute promos and lighting things on fire to build up to this match legitimately. You have to have something more than just promos to build up to this match. 43, jobber shows like Main Event and Superstars. Who wants to watch two motherfucking losers fight? Who wants to watch Curtis Axel versus JTG or whatever the fuck they do on main event? You know, oh, what a fucking great match this is. It's Heath Slater versus El Torito. Oh my god, I missed it, guys. Oh, holy shit, I missed fucking Superstars last night. You know, let me go watch that, you know, right now on WWE.com. You know, who the fuck wants to watch a match between two jobbers? You know, like, if you want people to tune into the shows, put good wrestlers on there. Make it exciting and entertaining. Let's not have fucking, oh, Heath Slater versus, you know, a job or whatever. You know, actually, it makes no sense to have losers, you know, on a fucking show and have a bunch of jobber shows that nobody's gonna like. Number 44, live events. I don't like the idea of live events because I think it just wears down on wrestlers physically, mentally, etc. It would be better if you just had it like a fucking Raw and a SmackDown. So at max, wrestlers would be wrestling, you know, like 2-3 times a week at max. It would allow them to have longer careers, longer lives, and it would allow them to have better fucking matches on Raw and SmackDown. And it would allow, and would the company lose money? I don't fucking know. I don't think so. Because it's not like these live events are big money makers, are they? You know, I don't think a lot of people, a few thousand people come to the live events. It's not like they make too much money. I mean, my idea is having maybe a few live events in the major cities. Maybe have like 6 live events a year, you know, like one in New York, one in Philadelphia, Chicago, etc. But not like 5 live events every week. Let's cut it down. It'll save lives, it'll save careers, and it'll just better morale of wrestlers, I believe. Number 45, Total Divas and WWE storylines. I mean, Total Divas has totally ruined the Divas division. And it's kind of stupid how they're incorporating the Total Divas shit into here. You know, I get they want to try to make wrestling seem like it's real, but it's just not working. It's just not going well. I mean, it's just stupid, in my opinion. And they should do fucking, you know, they should get away from this Total Divas bullshit and actually focus, you know, on kind of just more on, you know, fucking making storylines different than Total Divas. Because the Total Divas shit is totally bogging down the Divas division right now. It's not like it was that great before, probably, but I mean, it's just annoying seeing the Total Divas, you know, oh, Total Divas. Last week, Nikki on Total Divas, you know, said, fuck you to John Cena. I don't give a shit, alright? Oh, so, you know, and then Natalya got mad at her, so now it's Natalya versus, you know, most people, I'm sure, don't watch Total Divas. So, I mean, it's kind of stupid to fucking center your division around Total Divas when most of the people watching the fucking show are men who probably don't watch Total Divas. Number 46, Cena burying talent like Wyatt and Ziggler. You know, Cena's always burying people. He fucking literally took Wyatt off TV, fucking buried Ziggler. You know, just all these top guys, Sandow, buried by John Cena, the golden boy, who could have had prospering careers, but instead were fucking buried. 47, not building up young talent and not hiring young talent as well. I mean, all these talented wrestlers are young, like Bryan. Fucking didn't come to the company and was not given a top spot until like his mid-30s. So therefore, he's only going to have a career of a few years in his prime, in a top spot. He's only going to be in a top spot for a few years, like 5 years. Same thing with Punk. You know, was given a top spot when he was in his mid-30s. Therefore, you know, he came around, he was getting worn out, then he left. If they would have hired these guys earlier, they would have had longer careers. So, and also, look at the people in the main event of WrestleMania. Triple H is like 45. Sting is 55. Undertaker's fucking 50-some. You know, a lot of these guys in the main event are fucking old. You know, I mean, I'm for people like Undertaker being in the main event. You know, it's only a once a year thing, so that's all right. But like Triple H coming out, hogging a spot on Raw for like 30 minutes every week. I mean, come on, give the spot to a younger talent. I mean, look at Seth Rollins, fucking awesome guy right there, awesome talent. And, but Triple H has got to hog the spotlight, doesn't he? 48, scripting everything. You know, they should just let the wrestlers do what they want for the most part. They know what the fuck they're doing. They're trained. Most of them have been doing this for a long time. They would cut better promos and wrestle better matches by themselves as opposed to a fucking writer writing it who we know are fucking retards from the shit they've put out. Like fucking the Matadors. Who the fuck came up with that idea? Who the fuck came up with the idea for the ending of Raw this week with the Tug of War Championship? Let the fucking wrestlers script it. And instead we have like a fucking Raw script that's fucking 30 pages long. Let the fucking superstars do their own shit. Like they do in NXT. Triple H is like, oh, in NXT I let them do their own shit. And look at NXT. It's fucking so much better than WWE. 49. Vince not doing interviews or interacting with the fans. It seems like Vince doesn't even talk to us anymore. He doesn't do interviews. He should do interviews to just kind of connect with the fans. He should talk with the fans more to get, to find out what we want and actually apply it to the company. Because right now, he's not doing anything to connect with us, to talk with us about the storylines, to get our input on the storylines. I feel like he should be more public with us. And number 50, putting Bryan in an IC title match. Bryan does not deserve to fucking fight for a jobber belt that doesn't have, any fucking prestige at all. I mean, again, my ass is more prestigious than this fucking belt. It's a piece of shit belt. I mean, they're treating it more important than it used to be, but it's still not gonna save it from the years and years of shittiness that this belt's gone down. And they've fucking Austin held it fucking 30 years ago. Wow, Austin held it. I know it wasn't 30 years ago, but Ricky Steamboat held it. Before a lot of these guys were even born. Who the fuck cares? Look who held it a few years ago. Curtis Axel. I mean, whoa, Curtis Axel, The Miz. I mean, all the people who've held it are fucking like jobbers. Kofi Kingston, jobber. Even Cesaro was U.S. But I mean, you see, they fucking just try to deceive you, and it's not even fucking, it's like with SmackDown they edit in the cheers. It's clearly they edit in. Fucking this, they try to say, oh, it's prestigious because of somebody who held it 30, 40 years ago. We're not dumbasses. I mean, even a dumbass would know that's fucking stupid. So there you go, people. WWE is illogical bullshit. And I just provided you 50 reasons why. This company is so stupid with their storylines. And it's just so stupid in general. It doesn't even make sense half the time. And that it's one thing to, have two guys go out there. It's one thing to have, like, fucking, Bray Wyatt and Undertaker out there. Let's say they cut a promo. It's not that good. Well, at least they tried. And it's a whole nother thing to not even put Undertaker on Raw. They're not even, it doesn't even seem like they're trying. It's like the fucking ending to Raw. They're not even fucking trying to make it good. I mean, who thought that would be a good ending to Raw? I did, like, who the fuck would think that? It seems like they're not even trying. And therefore, this company is illogical, it's stupid, and it's a bunch of bullshit. So there you go, people.